Unit 2.6 Equilibrium and Consumer and Producer Surplus. What is equilibrium in terms of economics? Well, equilibrium is a state in which the demand and supply for a good or service are in balance. So how would you find an equilibrium price and quantity? Just look where quantity demanded equals quantity supplied. In other words, where the point where the demand and supply curve intersects. But if you were given a demand and supply schedule, you would look for where the price and quantity of both schedules are the same. So in this case, the equilibrium price would be $3 and the equilibrium quantity would be $12. Here is an example for you to practice. Unpause the video when you are finished. If you chose B, you are right. The next thing we learn about in this topic is consumer and producer surplus. Consumer surplus is the difference between what you are willing to pay and what you actually pay. So an example of consumer surplus is you're craving some watermelon, so you go to the grocery store. You brought $20 with you, and when you check out, you find that the total cost is $9. You saved $11, which is your consumer surplus. Producer surplus is the difference between the price the seller receives and how much they were willing to sell for. Consumer and producer surplus are used in economics to measure the benefits created for buyers and sellers. Another term we need to know about is total economic surplus, which is the sum of consumer surplus and producer surplus. So graphically, consumer surplus would be this red triangle, and producer surplus would be this blue triangle. And to find consumer and producer surplus, you would use the formula for the area of a triangle, which is 1/2 times base times height. Let's look at this example. To find consumer surplus, we would have to find the length of this red triangle here. So this would be 10 and 5. So it would be 10 times 5, which equals 50, divided by 2 equals 25. The consumer surplus is $25. Take a look at this example and unpause the video when you are finished. The answer is B. The answer is B because 9 minus 1 equals 8, and then times 4 equals 32, and then divided by 2 equals 16. So sometimes sellers sell at an inefficient quantity and they create dead weight loss. Dead weight loss is the loss of efficiency when the optimal quantity is not being produced. Some causes of dead weight loss are price ceilings, price floors, taxation, and subsidies. This graph shows a market selling at Q1. Since they are not selling at the equilibrium quantity, they are not allocatively efficient. And since price is not considered in this graph, the area shaded blue is the total surplus. Consumer and producer surplus are determined when the price is given. Since the producers are selling at Q1, they are losing the opportunity of earning more money at the area shaded gray. To find the dead weight loss, you find the area of this imaginary square and divide it by 2. An example of dead weight loss scenario is imagine if a cinema ticket sold by a theater is $12 and they sell around 200 tickets. However, the government has increased the entertainment tax to 22%, and so the tickets that are not sold are considered a dead weight loss because some people are not willing to pay that much for a ticket. Here is a problem for you to try.